Hi, my name is Natalie Villafranca, and today I'm going to be discussing the method of reflux. So what is reflux? Reflux allows for heating reactions for very long periods of time. It allows for the solvent to reach its boiling point without vapor being lost. I'll explain a lot more in depth later. So how do you set up a reflux? To set up a reflux, like in distillation, you pour your solution into the round bottom flask, and that's what's going to be like the input into the condenser. So you want to probably set up your condenser before you put your liquid in the flask, or else you're not going to know what to do with your liquid. So set up your condenser, then you connect it to your apparatus. And then, so in your apparatus, you want to make sure that the top hose has water flowing out, and then the bottom hose has water flowing in, so that water flows against gravity. And then you start the water hoses, making sure that they're attached correctly. And once you've confirmed that they're attached correctly, they're not going to fly off, you add your apparatus to heat, so either a heating mantle or a sand bath, which we used in lab last week for distillation, which will help bring the reaction to its boiling point, which is the goal. Once you've finished boiling your liquid, the heat source should be turned off, and then the flask should be removed from the heat to cool down. So what's going on here actually isn't super complex. When this liquid is heating, it boils at its boiling point. When liquid boils, it produces vapor. So you can think of when you're making spaghetti and you boil the water and a lot of vapor comes out. The vapor is actually that liquid escaping the container, so you're losing volume. But if you leave something boiling long enough, you start losing so much volume through the vaporization that all of that solvent disappears into the atmosphere and out of the liquid. So what reflux does is give a way to boil for really long periods of time without losing volume. When the liquid boils, it produces vapor, which then goes up into the condenser, which is that long thing on the top, this thing. And then so the water in turns that into condensation, so it'll just drip back down into the flask, so you don't lose any liquid. So that's not going to go up the condenser all the way. It's just going to get caught by the water coming in, and then it'll go completely back down. And that's how you avoid losing volume when you're boiling for a really long time. This process can occur for hours because the same liquid is just being vaporized over and over. It's important to note that a lid should not be added to the condenser because it will trap heat / vapor, which will eventually cause an explosion. So to sum all of this up, reflux is really good because it allows for chemists to heat a liquid to its boiling point without losing any volume in that process. Thanks for listening.